The Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
We're just farmers.
Sorry. You fellas kind of took me by surprise.
Yeah, so we noticed. You don't live around here, do you?
Nah, I'm gonna be visiting, though. My name's Johnny Gibbs. I'm brother-in-law to Lucas McCain. His wife was my sister. Luke's gonna be as surprised to see me as I was to see you two fellas.
Well, why should a couple of riders on the trail surprise you so much?
Oh, just wasn't expecting anybody.
Or were you? Up close till I can find a stirrup.
Come on, Pa.
Go on, Luke, ride him.
Let him go.
Stick with him, Pa. Move.
Stay ready, spring.
Come on, Pa, hold on. Hold on him, Pa, hold on.
Well, that's a frolicsome little beast.
His name's Duster. He's mine. That is, he will be soon as he's broke.
I wouldn't bet on the rider, boy. He's gonna get his whiskers bucked off any minute. Well, what's the matter? Swallow something you can't get down?
He looks just the same, Ma.
Go on, spring.
Congratulations, Luke. You rode him twice as long as anybody else.
Well, thanks, Sherm. Right now, I'll settle for a pillow.
Howdy, Luke.
Johnny boy, where did you come from?
Oh, places. It's a good thing I made it here before you busted your neck.
You're a sight for sore eyes, boy. My brother-in-law, gents. But don't let that easy smile fool you. Johnny has a bronc for breakfast every morning with the rodeo.
Colonel McBurney's All-Star Wild West Show and Rodeo. Proud to know you boys. So that little colt's been giving you a rough time, huh?
I don't know, Johnny. I softened him up a little. That's your Uncle Johnny, son.
I know. I knew him right off.
Oh. He said he didn't have time to pick up a present, so he's breaking duster for you instead. At least that's the general idea.
Come on, Uncle Johnny.
Hurry, that's it. Go on with it. Go on with it. Go on, ride him, rodeo rider.
Stick with him.
Stay with him. Stay with him.
That's it, boy. Hold on.
He's higher than now.
You're doing all right, Uncle Johnny.
You got him. Go on with him. Go
Nice ride, Johnny. Oh.
Boy, oh boy.
Fine ride, Johnny.
Sure was.
Hey, look at that.
Are you okay, boy?
Oh, yeah, just doved up a little. Been laying off a while. Well, there's your colt, Mark. Day or so, he'll be pure civilized. Hey, what you got there?
Oh, it's a picture Mom used to keep on her table. She talked so much about you that I felt like I knew you personally, or something like that.
Yeah, Margaret was always fretting about her harebrained kid brother.
She had a heart full of love, Johnny. Come on, we got a lot to hash over. See you later, boys. So long, Lucas.
Take it slow and easy, Lou.
Thanks for the help.
You're more than welcome, Lou.
Some ride, wasn't it?
Sure was. Mark, I swear you could shave in that.
Like to ride into town this evening, Johnny? Have a look around?
That's all there was to see passing through.
Did you ever get tired of just passing through? Sometimes don't you feel like stopping somewhere?
Settling down? Not for me, Lucas. I'm putting a Wild West show together over in Wichita.
Huh?
Got me a pretty good offer. Just one little hitch.
Hitch?
Yeah, gotta put my hands on some ready cash. Say about $200-300.
You're looking at the wrong man, Johnny. Cash is the most we got least of around
Just
here.
a loan, Lucas. I need it bad.
How come?
You know me and money. I just never learned to count, I reckon. These people in Wichita, I rode with them before. Barred into them pretty deep, I reckon.
I can use help on the ranch, Johnny. $30 a month is all I can pay, but it'll be free and clear. Now, it'll give you a chance to catch up with yourself.
What do you say, Uncle Johnny? Might like it good enough to stay. You can't tell.
Look, fellas, this is a family visit. Now, let's not make me a problem.
What are you going to do, Johnny?
I'll make out.
Howdy, Mark.
Mr. Kemper?
Howdy, Lucas.
Hello, Alva.
I heard about that brother-in-law of yours from Sherm. Started me thinking.
Oh, I know what that usually means. What kind of a jamboree you playing this time, Alva?
I think I know how I can teach Jeff Stacy a little humility. Might even make a human being out of him.
That'll take some doing.
Of course, it's going to require a little help from the boy there.
Johnny, this is Alva Kemper, one of the best ranches around here.
How are you, Mr. Kemper?
Hope everything I heard about you is true.
Well, that depends on what you heard.
Well, I'll get right to the nub. There's a high-handed rancher named Stacy in these parts who insists on confusing himself with the Almighty.
Oh?
Doesn't know the taste of being beaten at anything. Set on being the biggest cattleman in the state before he dies.
Just where do I fit in, Mr. Kemper?
Well, it just so happens he has an outlaw colt named Lucifer that's thrown every able-bodied man in this section. No one's been able to stay on that colt for more than 3 jumps.
And you think I can?
Well, I'm going to tell Stacy that you can. I'm going to tell him I think a crackerjack rodeo rider like you can stay on Lucifer for at least 30 seconds. That'll get him.
Well,
I'm going to bet a sizable sum, boy, that you can do it. If you do, I'll put up the prize money. $100.
You're crawling way out on the limb, Alva.
Want to make him eat crow just once. Make him come back to the level of ordinary folks. Easier to live with.
Johnny?
Tell Mr. Stacy that Lucifer and me have got a date.
Good boy. I'll set it for Saturday in your corral, Lucas.
Bye, Alva.
Mr. Kemper?
Yeah?
Don't you worry. They'll be changing Lucifer's name to Buttermilk after Uncle Johnny's through with him.
So long, boys.
Goodbye, Alva.
Oh, boy. Why do you suppose Uncle Johnny changed his mind and went into town, Pa?
Restless, I imagine. You think a lot of your Uncle Johnny, don't you, son?
The way Ma talked, I'd rather be like him than anybody else in the world.
Maybe a little neater, I hope.
What is it, Pa?
Stop fussing with those blankets and get to bed.
Pa, I was thinking I could stay up until...
You heard me, son. Get to bed.
What made you think I'd be interested in a proposition like this, young man? Look me in the eye when I talk to you. I've trailed with the best in my day. All those that turned out big. Tom Marar, and Charlie Goodnight, and all the rest of them. I busted my legs when a mare throwed me. And don't you fool yourself thinking I'm an invalid. I'm getting there just the same. And big. Oliver here is my legs and my fists when I need them.
I understand, Mr. Stacy. Now, I figure it would be worth about $500 to make sure you'd win Saturday.
You do.
Don't you?
Oliver, can we trust this sterling young character?
Knowing why he wants the money, I'm pretty sure.
Shake on that, Mr. Stacy?
That's not part of the deal.
Evening.
Just a family visit, huh? Let's not make you a problem.
So now you know. Well, I was going to tell you as soon as I got my nerve up. You want to hear my side of it, or are you just going to stand there and judge me?
Go ahead, talk.
Show folded in Boston. I was broke as usual.
What have you got against work?
I tried it all over. Like a bull in a china shop, but you get used to living one way and you can't settle for sow belly and beans money.
So you held up an express office, huh?
I was drunk, bleary-eyed. Didn't even know what I was doing. Proof of that. I backed right out of the express office into the sheriff's office. I dropped the strong box on his toe. In the confusion, I managed to escape. It was like a big joke.
Well, I don't think it's a joke, Johnny.
Luke, I'm a lot of things I'm not proud of, but I'm not a thief. Please, Luke, don't turn against me.
Well, what do you expect me to do?
Let me ride the horse Saturday. If I'm lucky enough to win, I'll take Kemper's money and cut town. Head for Mexico.
I don't know.
I wish I didn't have to ask you.
He said he'd rather be like you than anyone else in the world.
Huh?
Mark.
Well, you know, kids. Now, Luke, you've got a promise.
Yeah, I know, kids.
You owe it to Margaret to stick by me. She would have. You know she would, Luke. Guess it does call for an explanation, Mark. See, a big ox of a man was making some mighty off-color remarks to a little lady in front of the hotel last night. I had to go button in. Turned out she was his wife. But she sure had a wallop like a mule.
I'm going to town. You clean up here, Mark.
Lucas?
I'll see you later.
Morning, Micah. Well, Lucas, boy, what brings you into town so early?
Well,
Say, if you got a joke about this being the only way I can clean up North Fork, don't bother. I already heard it.
So I want to talk to you about my brother-in-law.
No, you don't. Oh, no. You ain't gonna hook me into making a bet in that match. I know the horse. I know all about your brother-in-law's reputation. Too much of a standoff for a man that likes the odds.
Let's go inside, Micah.
Besides, maybe you're setting a bad example with your betting. I heard tell Mark put up his week's earnings with Young Sanford.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He's been bragging so much on your brother-in-law, Sanford told him to put up or shut up. Oh, I know gambling's bad for a youngster, but, well, after all, he was just sort of sticking up for his own kinfolk.
Maybe you're right, Micah. Anyway, I can talk to you about Johnny later.
Master's gone away. Oh, son. Oh, boy.
Drunk. Mr. Stacy doesn't like drunks.
Maybe I don't like Mr. Stacy.
Mr. Stacy doesn't like drunks because they talk too much.
I think he understands now.
Sorry, Mr. Stacy. I'll watch myself.
You'd better. Now clear out.
Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Oh, after you, my master.
Your bed's over here, Uncle Johnny.
Mark, my partner, you are a good boy. You know, I got championship belts and a whole mess of medals from rodeoing. You like to have them, kid?
Don't need no medals to prove anything to me, Uncle Johnny. You're all right just the way you are.
Couldn't give them to you anyway. They're in pawn shops all over creation. You know, oh, thank you, Mark. You know, I almost always got top prize money. Oh, thank you, at the rodeo. Did you know that, Mark? Oh, Ginny, cracked corn.
Better get some sleep, Uncle Johnny.
Don't you see I'm leading up to something? I am a no-good nothing. Just a cold-footed blowhard.
No.
And I don't want you to go fooling yourself. I'm 10 foot tall. Now you stop that, see? Don't leave me, Mark. Just don't go away. I got a lot to say. Do me more good than sleeping. Don't go away, Mark.
I won't, Uncle Johnny.
Lucas, I've got something to say to you.
Oh, say it, boy.
I made a deal with Jeff Stacy. It means $500 to me to make sure he wins this afternoon.
You did what?
Hold it, Lucas. Now, I want you to believe this. I changed my mind. I won't give you any reason to be ashamed of me this afternoon. I'll ride that bronc into the ground even if it kills me. After that, I'll be ready for the marshal.
How come?
Oh. I got a clear picture of myself all of a sudden. But, like always, there's one little hitch.
Oh?
I was lying to you about the show folding in Boston. I busted my hip a year ago in Cheyenne. As a rodeo cowboy, I'm through for good. That's why I started drinking. That's why
I know, Johnny. Things happen.
Well, anyway, whether I stay on him for 10 seconds or 30 seconds, I'll be trying my level best. It may not be good enough.
And Stacy?
Every man to his own snakes.
Attention, everybody! Attention! All right, everybody, quiet and listen. We all know that nobody's ever been able to stay on Jeff Stacy's court, Lucifer, for more than 15 seconds. We know he's pretty honorably proud of the fact that his colt's the meanest animal in these parts. Now the bet is that Johnny Gibbs, the instant kin of Lucas McCain, will stay on the colt not 15 seconds, but 30. So step up and bet, gentlemen. The contest is about to start.
Well, Lucas, I better be getting on down to Sloan's Crossing if that's the way you want it.
That's the way Johnny wants it.
I'll be waiting.
The bets are made and the rider is mounted. Remember, 30 seconds. Say when, Johnny.
Now!
10 seconds.
Stick with him, Uncle Johnny. Hold on.
Nice going, Johnny.
15 seconds. 20 seconds.
I don't get it, Mr. Stacy.
Come on, Uncle Johnny.
25 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yes, he did, son.
Bring him here.
Mr. Stacy wants to talk to you.
I'll send him my forwarding address.
Get moving, Oliver. Right on out of North Fork. Come on, get moving.
All right, McCain.
McCain, what gives you the call to be bossing around one of my men?
Since one of them started interfering with my personal family, Mr. Stacy,
Maybe you'd prefer to have the marshal do the interfering.
I've already talked to Micah. And now I'm going to talk to you about yourself and these people you never learned to live with. You know, the way you think, the way you do things, it hasn't won you the respect you've been fighting for.
That's enough, McCain.
If folks knew the kind of hand you were playing today, they'd start looking down at you even more. Or worse, they might even take to laughing at you, turning away when you talk to them. So if I was sitting where you are, Jeff, I'd try and look at things differently. It's not too late. You might even learn to like it.
Get out.
So long, Luke.
So long, Johnny.
Mark, you take good care of your dad.
Johnny sends you all the championship belts he promised, you're going to have quite a collection, Mark.
Where's he gonna send them from? Jail?
You knew all along?
He told me.
Oh.
It wasn't because he was drinking either. Deep down inside, he wanted to tell me.
And you stuck by him anyhow.
Well, didn't you?
Seems I've been sighting you short, son. I thought I had to keep my boy from getting hurt. All the time he was a man. I'll try not to forget that.